Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. And guys, this is not a normal review. This is a spoilery review. Spoilers for Nope, Jordan Peele's third film, Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Stephen Young, all that good stuff right there. And we're here to talk about it. Also got my girl Tyra right here with Reviewz TV. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good, fresh out of the theater. I'm ready.
Okay, well, that's what's up. That's what's up. And thank you so much for being here, ma'am. I do appreciate it. Guys,
Yeah.
we're going to spoil this thing up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen it. So you have been warned. That is your warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, go watch the movie and then subscribe to the channel. Go watch it, come back, and then get all of this spoilery goodness. Again, that is your last warning. And I don't know how Tyra feels about this movie. She does not know how I feel. If this is your first time joining us, that's how we like to do it over here, just to give you spoilers, but we don't want to spoil each other. Okay. And if you love what me and Tyra have to say, you can follow us both on social media. Our handles are on the screen. Her information is in the description box of this video. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab on my page after you subscribe to me, and then check her page out right here. Bam, Reviewz TV. This is what her channel looks like. Let's help her get to 1 billion subscribers. So Tyra,
Yes.
you said that you was fresh out of the theater from seeing this movie. Like, what was your expectations going in?
I mean, they were pretty high with it being Jordan Peele. He hasn't made a bad project yet. And this is his third film. I was really looking forward to this film all year.
Okay.
And they were pretty damn high.
Like, so, and I'm gonna assume that you like Get Out more than Us. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, that's pretty much everybody. Same here for me. So I've seen it. You've seen it once, I've seen it twice. And I will say the first time I saw the film, I liked it and I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. However, I will tell you that my rating for that has changed. I'm not going to tell you right now if it's gone up or down, but it has changed from my original 6.5. And I'll leave it there. But I did enjoy the movie. It's definitely not as good as Get Out. I still have some problems with it. But after the second time of me viewing the film, there are a number of things that I do appreciate, that makes me possibly like certain aspects of it a bit more. But I'm still, scratching my head with some other questions that still weren't answered for me. But let me pass to you. How did you feel about this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you disappointed? Somewhere in between? Let us know. I'm curious to know.
I was literally just sitting in my chair, I was really dumbfounded. I was like, for a minute, it was so confusing because I got into it at some points. And then at some points, I was like, what the hell is going on? Why are we here? This is not what I expected. And I was like, damn, they really got me with that trailer because I just knew I was coming in here and I was going to be amazed and I was going to absolutely love it. But I left somewhere in the middle, and I've never really been just in the middle with either one of his films. Of course, Get Out is the top, but I always, for the most part, have a really good time from start to finish. This was like a slow burn, and it took a while for me to even just know how I felt about it. And I really don't even know how I feel about it now. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
Is there anything that you do love about it that just stands out to you? Like, oh man, they did an incredible job right here. I love that part, that aspect, anything like that?
I
Or?
love the basics. I love like the score that was happening, the cinematography, the visuals, the acting was really, really good. I love those things, but that's like kind of a giving. And I was just like really searching for I love the climax scene for the most part, and really just some other stuff, but it still really equates to visuals. For the most part, I was just I don't. This is a movie that you have to watch a couple of times.
Okay, okay.
Probably, at least maybe 3 times just to really nitpick and pull apart what's really going on, and just to see like, okay, I maybe didn't get that on the first watch, but now watching it for the second and third time, I see what they were trying to do there and what was really going on. But right now, at this very moment, first time watching, I literally was waiting to leave.
Oh damn. So you disappointed. You disappointed.
I maybe it was the 2 hour and 15 minutes. I felt like a lot of the things were kind of, bloated out, and it took us a while to get to where we were going. So maybe that was, my eagerness to leave, but the climax was very much so worth it. I love that I did get to see certain aspects in theaters, but certain parts of the film, I would have caught it on streaming.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. I don't want to, and well said. Thank you. I just needed to get a good assessment of how you felt about it, and I'm not mad at you for feeling that way because I had some of those same feelings as I was walking out the first time, but not the second.
Yeah.
Now before we went into this, because we both saw this for the second time. Well,
Well,
we both
yeah.
saw this to Thursday at 4,
Yeah.
and it was, I was my second viewing. But before we went in, I told you, I was like, Tyra, at the very, 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 very beginning of the movie, there's a message or a quote or some type of scripture. And I was like, if you can, write it down because I think it's going to have some importance. And I have that right here. I will cast abominable filth at you, make you vile, and make you a spectacle. Nahum 3:6, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. When you saw this at first, were you like, oh, I know what that is? Or was it something that flew over your head? Because I'm not going to lie, I didn't know what it meant.
No, I didn't know what it. First of all, it's really quick, so if you blink, you're gonna miss it. But I did not know what it was right away. I of course, when you read it, you get the gist of it, but where it came from or what it is in correlation with the film, we got the vowel and spectacle part, but I wasn't sure how to wrap everything all together because I was too busy trying to collect my thoughts with this. And then once we cut to the opening shot, I was like, whoa, okay, hold
so
on.
that's the vile and the filth right here, that opening shot. Is that what you're saying?
No, not even that, just that opening shot. Just we have a whole lot of vile and filth being spat out throughout this entire film. And there's a lot of spectacle being made with them, trying to capture footage.
And I got you. I had to look this up because I wanted a meaning. Nahum 3:6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee as dirt and dung, or any of everything. This is abominable and filthy, and which is thrown at harlots publicly disgraced, and used to be at persons when carted. The meaning is that this city and its inhabitants should be stripped of everything that was great and glorious in them, and should be reduced to the utmost shame and ignominy, and make thee vile. The offscoring all things. What you got there?
Oh, nothing. It sounds like you're describing the film. If that is what what was going on there and why the entity was even there and what it was doing, maybe that makes a little bit more sense.
Okay. The offscoring all these things rejected, disesteemed of all, had in no manner of repute or account, but this utmost abhorrence, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. Now, I don't want to just read that whole thing, but does that make a little bit more sense to you and tying into the rest of the film? I'm not going to just sit here and stunt like I like a light bulb just went off, and I'm like, this dot connected to that dot. I mean, I don't know. I mean, does that do anything for you at all or no?
No, we got a lot of vow. I think that may just be in correlation in why the entity alien, why it was even there doing what it was doing. Just maybe, hey, you guys aren't deserving of whatever. I'm here to destroy, be destructive.
Okay. Well, I still have so much to talk about. We got two actors that I'm a fan of, Daniel Kaluuya and Miss Keke Palmer.
Yes.
I thought they did a phenomenal job in their roles. I'm not saying that it's the best thing in the world, but they did a good job, and I did enjoy their performance. Even though Keke Palmer's character, Emerald, was a bit annoying to me, I did like her at first when she came on late on the set and just like, hey, I'm sorry, we are some animal wranglers, we are Haywood Hollywood horses, and we do this and we do that. And I was like, I like her style, it was kind of a cute outfit right here. Later on in the film, I don't know what she was wearing. I thought it was horrible, but this was cute. But I don't know. I like the vibe right here. They were polar opposites.
Yes.
She had all the energy. But you know, in OJ's defense, you know, he's mourning his father.
OJ.
You know, you don't like the
That
name
took
of
me
the
out. It was like OJ. Like, y'all name his character OJ. Are you run,
yeah.
OJ?
Yes.
Run.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Yes. But I like them. I like them. And also Keith David. You know, he was only in the film for a brief
Oh
amount of
man.
time, but I love Keith David. I remember first time Keith David popped on the scene for me was back when I was a little boy with Gargoyles.
Mm.
And you know, I don't know if y'all watch. Shout out
I
in the
know what
comment section.
Gargoyles is. I didn't watch
We
it, but
live
I know
again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay,
it.
but now, how'd you feel about the characters, the family? You know, the Haywoods. You know,
I
how'd
liked
you
the
feel
fact I
about them?
was so excited to see because I didn't know I didn't go and look up anything. I didn't know he was gonna be in the film. So I was like, I set up, I
Oh,
was like, oh
really?
shit. I was like, Keith Davis?
Oh,
No, Keith Davis. And it was like, bam. I was like,
he was in the trailer.
I did not
Oh,
know. Like I don't go and
okay.
stalk and look at trailers.
You
I'll
good?
watch it and just let whatever happens happens. But I didn't know that he was going to be in the film, so I got
Oh,
so excited, and I was like, yes. And then when I was like, damn, we didn't even
yeah,
get, 5 minutes with him. But
yeah.
I love the characters. I love the dynamics of Daniel and Kiki. She's pretty much all energetic, has a lot to say, but at the end of the day, she's kind of lazy. And he's all about, work and we got something to do. Like the day just begun, girl, get up. But that whole dynamic there. Kiki Palmer's character definitely did come off as annoying a little bit because it was just kind of overkill, especially in comparison of I forget his name, but the guy who worked for Fry's and
Angel.
their whole dynamic with him kind of having his annoying tendencies, it was just it got to be a little too much. But as far as just acting and their performances here, it was really, really good.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I liked her in the beginning, but when they were running out of money, unfortunately, Keith David, his name is Otis. He passed away tragically, and that was such a sad scene. The blood coming out, a lot of us. I was like, geez, I want to see my brother like this. And this is crazy, man. You just chilling with your daddy on the ranch, y'all living it up, and all of a sudden, just some metal want to come falling out the sky, and you get a
A
nickel in your.
quarter.
Oh, that's just horrible, man. Like,
Mm.
I mean, just tomorrow's not promised, man. So love your people out here, give them their flowers. I just had to talk about that. But yeah, that was a tough scene for me. But he left him in a hole. They wasn't doing too well with the finances. They selling the horses and they're buying them back, and that's where we have Stephen Young's character when he comes through trying to I can't even talk right now. I'm sorry. Just create some type of deal and buy back all the horses. But going back to Emerald, I was just so frustrated because while they're trying to talk about the negotiation, the deal, she's over there like, oh, look at this and look at that. I'm like, what is wrong with you? This is something I expect from a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You're a grown woman. Like, what are you doing? Like,
they were trying to show us that she was the irresponsible young acting sibling.
At that point on, I was just like, stop it. You're doing too much. Now, I liked it later on when she was at the crib dancing and, and
drinking.
Right. And when Jean Jacket, when Jean Jacket, the alien came, how she was going back and forth with Angel and OJ. But this right here was annoying to me.
Yes.
Also when they was in the store, where she's like, what she's talking about her therapist. Yeah, I fuck a therapist every once in a while. I was like, okay, and then she's in the store talking about, oh, she pretty, she got a big house, and
I didn't get that. I was so like, I thought the narrative of her making sure that we knew, like, y'all know I'm gay, right? I like girls. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna go somewhere. This is here for a reason. It absolutely was not and did not take us anywhere. It was like, all right, we checked off that box. Let's keep on going with the script.
Right. And on top of that, like when she was in the car riding back with her brother, she had her feet up.
Yes.
And just the way she was talking, the profanity. Look, I don't mind profanity at all. If that's how you talk, that is how you talk. Of course, there's a time and a place for it. But it just didn't seem genuine coming from her.
No.
Sometimes when people cuss, they use profanity. They're trying to sound cool, and it just kind of sounds weird. Just talk the way you talk. And I don't mean a bad. The thing is, it was crazy. She was annoying, but I still liked her though. Like I
Yeah,
don't. That's just
just annoying little sisters. That's what that
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I still I liked her. She was just annoying, and I'm just like, in my non-spoiler review, I was just like, I can see myself just like, stop it, calm down, you're doing too much. I can,
I
you
think
know,
they were trying to like straddle the line of trying to maybe, since she was gay, maybe give her a little masculine energy a little bit. I felt like in her clothing, it kind of progressed. Like I know by the end of the film, when she was approaching the biker, it looked like she was about to grab herself. And I was like, oh, okay.
really, I didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
she was walking in her hand. You know how you walk up on somebody like, no, what's up? Why you here? Like I was like, it's nothing there, but it looked like
Oh
she was trying to
wow.
grab herself, and it just felt like she was trying to give off something a bit more masculine, just to remind us that hey, I'm that. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay, well, we get it, but it didn't serve a purpose, so it kind of came off as strange.
What did you think the relationship was with her father? I'm asking this for a specific reason. There was a scene, when she was talking about Jean Jacket, the horse that was supposed to be hers,
Yeah,
when she was 9 years old. You think there was any resentment there, or they had a good relationship, or how'd you feel about that?
that's one of the parts in the movie that bothered me because I felt like it was so underdeveloped. I was like, oh, we're going to circle back to this and it's going to be something, because clearly there's some tension there. And you see that she's kind of drifted away and it's like she's supposed to be here. Their exchanges, it kind of sounds like she's not always around. And maybe, there was, oh, you were always down there with dad doing these things. It was supposed to, be me, be my opportunity. And I never got that. So I did feel like there was some resentment and some more to talk about there, or them to just elaborate on their father, since we got 2 minutes with him. And they never circle back around to it. So I feel like they missed an opportunity.
Thank you for saying that. Missed opportunity. Circle back around to that. We're going to put a pin in that topic and we're going to come back to it. So help
Yeah,
me remember that right there. One thing
yeah,
that I did like about OJ a lot, Daniel, is he just wanted to withhold his father's legacy.
yeah.
He felt that he worked really hard. And I gotta say, man, they're proud of that lineage.
Hmm.
That jockey on the horse is their great,
Yeah.
great, great, great grandfather, and I love how that circle back around. I'm gonna just jump to the end real quick. It started out with the picture, and then
Hmm.
he comes and saved the day. He on the horse, and I mean that
Yes.
symbolism was all throughout the whole movie. But that was nice, the little winky winks that they
Hmm.
threw. But it was dope. He was just really and loved his father and respected his father and was
Hmm.
proud of his father and was like, I'm not gonna let this go. And that's one of the reasons why he wanted to stay and fight the
Yeah.
alien or Jean Jacket, the name that they gave it, which was quite funny because she was trying to leave. She
Yeah.
was like, "Look, this is too much. I ain't never seen nothing like this before in my life."
Yes.
And he was like, "Well, hey, well, go ahead and go then." We when I'm gonna say, he said, "I got mouths to feed anyway in the morning." At first, I
Yeah.
was like, "What are you talking about?" We talking
Okay.
about the animals, So I was like, "Okay, okay, I see what's up right there."
Yeah.
But now one thing I will say, this movie was 2 hours 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
The first half of the movie was kind of boring to me.
Oh, yes.
Wow, they was still, but I still like the fact that they was able to, address the elephant in the room kind of early, that there's some flying saucer flying
Yeah.
around, and I like the fact that when OJ first saw it at nighttime,
Hmm.
when those four lights was going out in the distance, and
Yeah.
he saw it briefly, he didn't freak out.
Uh-uh.
He was just like, "Wait a minute now." I know I'm not tripping. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? I got 20/20 vision. I'm being silly. But I've seen something fly over the mountain hill over there. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? He wasn't like, "Oh my God, sis, you can't believe what I just saw."
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I
They
kind of
were
like
both
that.
very calm. It wasn't
Yeah.
need to explain or prove it. So it was like, oh yeah, let's go get some camera equipment and catch
Right.
it on film.
Right. And that they had the some older equipment, but so that
Mhm.
worked for you too? Because I really like that.
Yeah, it worked. It was a lot of stuff here worked. It was just so many other things that didn't. I was kind of going back. If, like you said, that first hour, it was pretty boring. It just felt like it was taking so long for us to get to it. And I feel like if we would have got there sooner or had a better story developed before we got there, we would have had a better time with the film.
I got you. Now, look, I can't wait no more. I was trying to hold off to talk about this scene right here. Tyra, this goddamn chimpanzee
Oh, Gordy.
losing his mind. Gordy, man, this was haunting to me. Like the film focused so much on this of the chimpanzee, and I'll go ahead and say this: the first time I walked out, I was like, okay, I don't really understand how Jordan Peele is trying to connect this with the rest of the story.
Yes.
That really bothered me. A lot of people had that issue.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get the metaphor and all this for because at one point in time, when they was trying to defeat the alien gene jacket,
Mm-hmm.
which they found out in the animal, this was when OJ was in the trailer, and Angel had already come back to the crib and was like, "Oh, y'all didn't know that cloud over there ain't moved for 6 months."
Yeah.
So when OJ was on the walkie-talkie, was like, "Look, I figured it out. This is not a ship. It doesn't move like a ship. It's not a plane," because he said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He said it is an animal.
Yeah.
It's territorial, and it feels like we're in its space. And then that's when the electricity shut down.
Yes.
At another point earlier in the film, there was a flashback scene of Otis, the father.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, look at not Lucky, Ghost, because they had a Lucky was one horse, Ghost was another horse, Jean Jacket was another horse. He was like, look at Ghost out there in the field. And he was like, there's just some animals that are not built to be trained or whatever. Yes. So I guess that's what they're trying to tie into Gordy as well as the monkey, the chimpanzee.
I got that.
And then again, because I'm trying to make it make sense. Because it's almost there, but it's not quite. Y'all watching, let me know. Let's connect these dots. Tyra, I'm gonna pass to you to help me out as well. So we linked that up right there. Another point, OJ said in the film, he was like, look, this alien entity didn't touch down here because of us. It was because of Juke, which is Stephen Young's character 6 months ago. And it was like he tried to tame the beast, and you can't tame it. You have to have some type of agreement with it, or I think he said agreement or relationship.
Yeah.
So I know that was Stephen Young with Gordy or whatever. So that he just he trying to relearn his lesson or something, like they weren't able to tame the monkey, so now he's trying to tame the alien as well. And even if that is the case, there was no communication between his character and OJ for him to be able to put that together. So am I tripping?
No, can't breathe. I was literally standing there and I was like, why? I was trying to piece it all together, and I got that aspect of the whole, the animals trained. He's not, because this was apparently a chimp that was on set, and you just it's not built to be that. You can't do that. Right. But I couldn't tie that into the whole him pummeling the cast to death and him being shot. I felt like that was some of the most unnecessary shit. I was like, if you just wanted to shock us and have the crowd go, oh, like, what? Oh my God, like,
I was so
just say that, because it felt so unnecessary. I was like, no matter what we can tie into what, that wasn't necessary unless we missed something, and we could have, because I was literally sitting like at first just how to connect the chimp to this at all, because we opened with the chimp and I'm like, yeah, what? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, well, that was brief and that was quick. But then when we cut into his backstory, and I was like, so he felt like since he had that connection in that moment, that fist pump, like that anoint him to control a whole. I was like, I just it didn't seem really important in the grand scheme of things, because they really underused Glenn's character, in my opinion. Like, it just didn't seem like it didn't feel like he made much of a difference in the film. I'm like, if he was or wasn't here, the film would still flow just the same. He didn't, really do a whole lot for me in the movie. I didn't really tie him into the movie just all that well. It just seemed like he was there to build up, his character for him to, be sacrificed and be eaten in the end, but it didn't do anything for me. I felt like we were going to get more from him and Ty that chimp, and I thought we were going to see him on the farm, maybe in and have some dialogue there. But once he got eaten, I was like, oh well, what was it all for then?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the thing is like I'm so I wanted it. I don't want to miss anything. Like
Yeah.
I want somebody to just really break it down for me. Um, one of the things about Jordan Peele, his production company is called Monkey Paw Productions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, is this some type of coincidence that you have a monkey that literally like beat the hell out of these people, and then he's trying to do the monkey paw with Juke. So I just want to know the correlation there. Now, of course, I have enough sense to know a grown man cannot win a fight with a chimpanzee that size. There's just no way in hell you're going to lose. It's much stronger and more agile. However, there's other people on the set. I was just thinking, okay, if there are 3 or 4 men, like, I mean, like, I would just like this scene where I gotta just talk about this.
Homie came downstairs so he could die. Like,
Tyra, this was so uncomfortable to watch. This chimpanzee beat the hell out of this woman and ate her face and ate her face. And why? First of all, the old dude was downstairs. Before the camera cut. Why did he run upstairs then run back down? Like, I would have stayed up there. Like,
my daughter, because she went with me, she was like, I said, so baby, what did you think about the scene? What did you think was going on? She's like, all right, well, Mom, clearly you wasn't listening. Let me break it down. I was like, please help me out. She says that there was something going on with the monkey as far as like a PTSD type situation, because he was supposed to be in the wild, and they mentioned something about, I was like, I must have missed that. They mentioned something about loud noises agitating him, and once those balloons begin to pop, he just lost it. I was like, where was I when that happened?
yeah. I mean, even there was, when it's talking about the beginning, the animal wranglers, they were just like, cell phones, keep them off, loud noises. I mean, that's just and this is what Keith David was saying. It's just some animals you just can't train, and Gordy was one of them. But I was just thinking, like, okay, maybe this wasn't a live, it wasn't a live set. This was a rehearsal. And I'm just like, okay, they had to have just ran off and panicked. I can understand the chimpanzee going off and knocking out 2 people early, because you can hear like, stop, okay, wait, bam, knock us, bam. It's damn strong ass animal, so I can kind of see that, and people panicking and running away because they did have the authorities to come in and shoot them. But that was horrible, man. I was just like, oh my god, just seeing them get the hell beat out of him, and little Juke saw that, and he is still traumatized. He is still traumatized because his girl Amber, was holding him down before the show, and he just looking like, oh man, and he exploiting it, trying to still trying to get money off of. He said he let that one couple spend a night in there for $50,000.
Yes,
I would have let him do it too. But I do have a question. Right before they died, they got sucked up, because the jean jacket was up there for real from to kill him.
Yes.
He was like, I want to thank my girl Amber over here. And then he was like, I also want to thank my first co-star, Mary something. And she had the face covering, the veil. And when it blew open, she had a deformed face. Was that the little girl co-star that was on the set with him too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she survived. And yeah,
more shock factor and filler for the trailer, because it served no purpose. We just knew, like, oh, the aliens landed. Like, what's going on with that shot in the trailer? It was none of that. You couldn't tell everybody that fist pump wasn't an alien.
Everybody thought it was. It was a goddamn monkey, a chimpanzee named Gordy. Who would have thought? Monkey paw, gotcha. Something else though. With Stephen Young, what was I about to say? Actually. So he saw the cloud up there. He knew it was up there for 6 months, and he decided to exploit it and get some money. I wish I would have saw the whole show if it would have actually panned out, because I'm assuming just Lucky ran off into the wilderness and the little children ran out in their costumes, a boogie 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 boogie.
I
You
just
know,
would have wanted to elaborate on some of that at all. We didn't talk about it at all. It was just that, this is what's happening and there's an alien. It's no backstory on how he even the story just felt empty, and it shouldn't have, because they had an hour to explain so much that they didn't bother to.
right. So let's take that pen that I had earlier and pull it out,
Yeah.
because you was that pen was we was talking about Emerald's character and the relationship with her father Otis and
Yeah.
how that was underdeveloped. I felt that they could have taken away the chimpanzee Gordy story,
Mhm.
and we could have got more focused on that, on Emerald and her father, and more him or more screen time,
Yeah.
because I kind of broke that down, the chimpanzee scene, but it just didn't do it for me and connect the way I
Mhm.
thought it should with everything else. If somebody wants to, fill in the dots, connect the dots in the comment section,
They
respectfully,
will.
politely, please. God, you got to pay attention, Brandon. At the 40 timestamp, 46 minutes, 57
Yes.
seconds. No, I'm teasing. But seriously though, I would have, if somebody
I
can
could
connect the
have
dots better for
just
me.
threw away with the Glenn character altogether in the chimp, honestly. Like it didn't do anything for me. It made me so upset in the end for us to really like low-key not get any answers. And I know that this is, Jordan Peele, like, yeah, I'm gonna make y'all think. That's cute or whatever, but it still needs to make for a good film. I don't feel like it enhanced the film at all. And then we have this character that I think we were supposed to care about him dying. I just didn't realize. I was like, oh well, okay.
Talking about the
I
IMAX
didn't
camera
really.
guy.
Yeah, yes, I didn't.
Oh,
Oh, no, about Glenn, the camera guy. That was,
oh, you talking about Glenn? Okay, my
yes,
fault.
Glenn, the
Not
camera
Glenn,
guy. That
but
was some
Juke.
whole other mess.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Now, let me ask you this: how did you feel? We always joke around like, "Oh, black people would do this in a scary movie, wouldn't do that." Yada yada yada. How did you feel about OJ when
Mm,
he was in the barn, in the barn, and those little kids was in the costumes messing with him,
yeah,
trolling them, and we thought it was aliens.
I
Instead of,
sure did.
excuse me, yeah, instead of running away, like, oh, I'm getting the hell out of here, he's gonna pull out his phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get the hell out of here. Like, I'm straight. They're gonna take you up in their spaceship and you trying to no, at least run with it. I just didn't think that was really realistic or whatever.
Mhm. Well, we have this whole where they're not explaining UFOs. Like, yeah, we're gonna get equipment. Their thing is to be first, capitalize on it, and if they are willing to jeopardize whatever for this huge UFO at the moment, then what's a couple of pictures of some aliens running up on me? I
Right.
wasn't surprised. I had actually at that point set up because I was still kind of in boredom mode. So I was like, oh, they got out the ship. Oh my God, it's happening. And it was like, no, it's kids. I was like, damn, I thought it was actually aliens.
Yeah, me too. How did you feel about your girl Cat popping up from Euphoria
I
and
was like, oh,
Fries?
Cassie, once
Yeah.
again, everybody's not utilized here. Like, oh, Cat's here. At first, I was like, me and my popcorn. I was like, oh, it's Cat. I was like, okay, Cat's here. And then it's like, Cat's here and Cat's gone. Cat was here for no reason. Cat was
Hmm.
just a random Best Buy worker. I was like, why?
Did you like Angel, the other guy?
Angel had he grew on me slowly because at
Yeah.
first he was just, they were trying really hard to attach him to it. And it's just like, hey, y'all need me to help? Oh, look at my girlfriend.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay, I
4
don't care.
years, and
I don't care. It was he grew on me because at first I was like, we already have Kiki running around being a little annoying. We don't need another person.
gotcha. Let's talk about this alien now. This jean, no, that's not the right picture. Jean jacket. This thing was big.
Yes.
It did not look that big at first, but as the
Mhm.
film progressed on, you just realize how huge it was. Because at one point he said that the little circle part at the bottom was the size of 2 full-size school buses, and it was that big, and of course it transformed at the very end. But I can't. But this thing was a real animal. Like, it was really trolling them. He was like, "No, this is my land. I'm gonna hover over your house and stop all the rain and spit all the blood out. I know
Yeah.
you in there. Get the hell out of my house. This is my domain." And I'm like, "Are you serious? This is crazy." It was clever. That's pretty scary right there.
Mhm.
That was effective for me. I mean, did that work for you, or was you like, this is a bunch of corny mess and I don't like it?
I think I have to watch it a second time because once the payoff didn't seem worth it. Me sitting there bored for the first hour and then to get there, and it's just, I was like, oh, everything's gonna, tie. They're gonna give us some answers. This is gonna serve a much higher purpose than just some random entity like, yeah, all of this mine now. Don't nobody look up. But it never really just got there for me. But I did like all of the cat and mouse sequences. I enjoyed all of that in the, Daniel's character just figuring out and maneuvering and learning what to do and just kind of reading it, treating it as if it's an animal. No information was presented to him at all in the film. Most of the time we have somebody go Google search or do something or read a magical book. It's just like, no, I'm learning these things in real time.
Well,
I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. He was an animal wrangler, so
Yes.
that kind of worked out. It kind of how he figured out that looking at it will set it off.
Yeah.
The whole flag thing and plastic. That was
Yeah. What's that
interesting.
story? I think it was mostly about him finding his voice and really just finding himself. Because where we met him at first, just quiet. I loved how when we first met him, can you speak up? They were speaking to him just like they were speaking to the horse, calling, wrangler boy and girl and all of these extra ass terms that they were using on the set. And he just really, kind of had his head down for the most part. But, once it's like, no, I'm doing this. This is our land. You're not coming and taking over anything. And he just kind of
Right.
found himself throughout the movie. And I think we were supposed to get that same thing with Keke Palmer's character. So I did enjoy that.
Right on, right on, right on. One of the things that was confusing for me was before Juke died, Stephen Young's character, he pulled
Mhm.
up while they were setting up a decoy, that decoy
Mhm.
horse. And he was OJ was nervous. He was like, crap. And Kiki and Emerald was like, he ain't gonna say nothing. And Angel was like, oh, y'all are doing something shady. What was the issue? Like, I don't get it. Do you know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
Keke Palmer stealing their horse off the property.
She stole
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
what you
that
call
was
it?
their horse from the little
Okay.
amusement, theme park. And that's why the three kids came, the three aliens
Okay. They
came.
did
It's
say
like
that.
retaliation. Don't come on our property and steal our
Gotcha.
stuff.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. One of the thing that also didn't add up to me was the alien animal jean jacket showed up 6 months ago.
Hmm.
Now, in present day, OJ figured out like, he's only going to come around when he's hungry, or feels like somebody's stepping, taking up his space. Of course, that's
Yeah.
why they use the music and the wacky wailing, flailing, arm flailing two man,
Hmm.
so as like a radar to, find out where he is. But what was he doing all those
Doing for
six
six
months?
months.
Like who was he attacking or not attacking?
I
If
thought we were going to circle that back around with Glenn's character and maybe explain a little bit more, but we didn't. I think we were just supposed to, take that and put it by the wayside and just assume it was sitting up there, maybe being a voyeur, peeping out the scene that entire time.
because Glenn was had a show going for 6 months, and
Hmm.
so I don't, and he always had a horse there, or maybe he didn't, because
Hmm.
they just gave him Lucky at the beginning of this movie. I
Hmm.
don't know. I feel like Brandon, you didn't pay attention, and you seen it
Oh
twice,
no!
and
Anybody who have to talk some shit, we will be there to read it because this is one of those films.
yeah, I'm not saying it was horrible. I just have a few questions. I mean, but the end, I did still have fun at the end, the final act, the third act. With them
Yes.
trying to take it down and with the camera and all that, and even early in the film with the whatchamacallit, the praying mantis on the camera lens, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it was it was a few nice aspects. IMAX shots with Kiki on that bike that she got
Mhm.
from the TMZ dude, and I don't know what the jean
Oh,
jacket alien was doing when it
TMZ.
transformed into a I don't know what that was,
Oh.
I don't know, a butterfly tarp cape, um, but and then it was sticking out his little green thing, flashing it back and forth.
How did
I
you
don't-
feel about the TMZ dude? I was like,
I mean, it was believable to me. They stopped at
it,
nothing to get a shot.
but it was like, oh
Well,
God, where's my camera? Somebody
yeah,
get my
I
camera.
see. I forgot about that part. That was annoying. He was
My
like, "Why is
camera.
that?
Take a
Why aren't you
picture.
taking a
No,
picture?"
take a
Yeah,
picture of
yeah,
me. Did you get a picture? I was like, what?
yeah.
Why? Because they had this thing going in the film where it's like we're black, just like our black ancestors. You don't remember that he was the first man. And this picture on this horse. You didn't know that, did you? Nobody remembers or knows about him. This is our opportunity to be first, be remembered, and still get some coin. But we call a white man. We called dude to come, and then I thought that piece together, like, yeah, you see what happened when you called him? Like, not only did he not stop filming, but they ate up the film because he wanted to be greedy and get a money shot and get directly under the
I don't know.
content.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't think he knew not to look at it.
He had this deep voice and he's speaking in all of the, like, what was the allure in what he was talking about? Like, oh, you all understand in due time. I thought he was gonna go and transcend and turn into some shit for a second. I didn't.
You're dumb.
What was going on? So I was like, oh, he got all these deep quotes. What is really going on here? And then he just like, what did you think was gonna happen? It's just like, oh no, I just need this shot because I'm a greedy white man who wants to get the money shot. Like, what was that?
I don't understand the sacrifice, because he was like, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay, Angel. Everyone can't do the impossible or something like that. He had already got the shot before that.
Yeah.
Too, so I don't
know.
It's,
once again, everybody was underdeveloped because we have him sit. We don't really hear from him a lot, but we have sequences of him watching predators eat prey and all these animals. Whatever he's editing, what maybe that was supposed to tie in, but this, so much just fell short here.
Well, Tara, what did I leave out that you want to talk about? What important character moments, plot points, technical aspects? What we got? What did I miss? What did I leave out that you want to mention before we head out of here?
What did you feel about the ending and the whole standoff? Was he giving Kiki the right way? Like, this is your moment? Like, was
that was a bit drawn out to me. I think he was just, he was trying to stall for her to get away. But it was a bit much.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. I did kind of like how intelligent, though. He's still lost, but I like how intelligent that creature was, because it would fly in the back over one hilltop.
Yeah.
And then fly around and then pop up. So you have no choice but to look at it on the horizon. I was like, oh, that's a smart little mother effort here.
There's a whole lot there. That was the thing for me too, because he seems so smart. He seems smart enough to not be outsmarted by what they were trying to do. Because I felt like he was very intelligent, but when he was able to just treat it like just some random, I thought this was whole AI. I was like, oh, this is super intelligent. But when it's just like, oh no, we can just look down, or we can. It's just just like any other animal. But I'm like, that's not a freaking animal. But it wasn't as intelligent as I thought it was, because they were able to deceive it, so not easily, but
I'm really interested in rewatching this with the Jordan Peele's commentary or some behind the scenes featurette. I just want to, I'm gonna check out some interviews as well. I just want to know where his head was. I'm not throwing shade when I say that. I'm just curious, So you have anything else, man, before we head out of here?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
When I do my video, I am going to because I want to say what I need to say, but I can't dive in without completely trashing the movie, and I have to not do that here.
Well, Tara, that's why you're here, ma'am. I want you to say what's on your mind, but
it's hard to do that though, because it's like,
hold on, I'll give you 60 seconds just to let it out. Go ahead, I'll wrap it up.
No, it's not, because I can't say trash. It's borderline trash though. I kind of feel how I felt when we talked about the new Candyman. I was like, it's beautiful, the cinema, the acting, everything, all of these key points. But at the end, the story just didn't fully come together, and I was a little disappointed. You can't have half of your movie be good. I didn't pay for half of the movie to be good. People were really anticipating this film, and I feel like it did not deliver on plenty of fronts. And if we have to sit here and break stuff down like a fraction, I don't like doing that shit. I want to be able to break it down for really great reasons, because it was so awesome, not because I feel like it was executed so poorly and I'm trying to piece it together to help my mental. Absolutely not. But I'll save the rest.
Okay, well, thank you for that, ma'am. I do appreciate it. So that's your wrapping up right there. That's
my wrapping up.
I would say so I gave it a 6.5 the first, when I was recording, I gave it a 7. And then when I was editing, I was like, no, if I changed my mind, 6.5. But after seeing it again, I think I'm gonna stick with a 7. I don't know about a 7.5, but I'm gonna leave it at a 7. Because there were some things that he did do well, that I know wasn't easy, and I like how he connected some dots, but I don't like how he did not connect others. Yeah. So hold on real quick. Let me plug this up because my mouse is tripping right now and don't, just got to do that in the middle of the video. Sorry. Because I won't be able to click nothing. There we go. So out of all of his films, we have Get Out, Us, and Nope. How would you rank those, ma'am?
The order where they are is totally fine.
Really? The order where they are. So Get Out number 1, Us
last.
number 2, and Nope is last. For me, it's going to be Get Out number 1, Nope number 2, and Us 3. Yes, because this movie just was really disappointing to me. Like it was so much that did not make sense in that movie. But it's all good. It's all good. And so
guys, makes sense here.
More than that movie, in my opinion.
But I had a good time watching Us. Us was fun. All the jokes landed.
Winston Duke was weak. He was weak.
You want to get crazy? We can get crazy. I had a good time with Us. I had a fabulous, I felt whole enchanted with Get Out. Like it was a whole moment. And then we come and we get this, and I'm just okay. I'm like, it's cool. I wouldn't watch it again. I would watch it just to try to pinpoint and okay, but I wouldn't watch it for enjoyment. And that's what I'm looking for.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to do it for us for this production of Nope right here. If just in case you was curious, it has an 81% right now on Rotten Tomatoes and a 78% for the audience score. Let's see what that box office is going to be opening weekend. And also in the comment section, of course, you can spoil away, give a thumbs up, subscribe. Please let us know all of your thoughts, all the spoilers. And also, please rank Jordan Peele's videos, his movies, or whether Get Out, Us, and Nope. Let us know which one is your favorite, your least favorite, and which one is in the middle. All that good stuff. We definitely want to know. And so you can do that in the comment section. Also, please subscribe to Miss Tyra. Again, she is right here on my channel tab. And this is what our channel looks like. Man, what you got going on for all the good people out there on your channel?
Oh, I have all the throwback movies in the world going on. But coming up tomorrow, I will be definitely going in on Nope, only the way that I can. And if you're here for what I had to say, please come by, because I'm going to say it. And then I'm going to put my foot on it.
She's going to put her foot on it already. Okay. And me, myself, on my channel, of course, I got my out of the theater reaction for Nope, my non-spoiler review, but probably won't be watching those since you're watching this now. But of course, me and Tyra also covered the first 2 episodes of Rap Shit on HBO Max by Miss Issa Rae, episodes 1 and 2. So you can go check that out as well. She got that on her. I don't know why she didn't bring it up, but it's right there on her channel as well. So I'm trying to help her out. You know what I'm saying? And of course, on my home tab, I got movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, ending explain, a weekly movie news roundup show, talking P-Valley with Tyra again. Also, Rap Shit, breakdown of my movie news roundup show, out of theater reactions, trailer reactions, and a couple of interviews down there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's Tyra, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.